Hello, welcome to the Social Club. We're here to talk about all the big news stories that happened in the Premier League. And, well, I keep going to say this like beyond, but no, just the Premier League. No, and the Champions League and the Europa League draws as well, because why not? We've got Ira from United People's TV. Robbie is back from Arsenal Fan TV, of course, and Baz stepping in to prove that not all Evertonians are loud and ginger.
The majority aren't. Yeah. We've just got one loud-mouthed ginger Evertonian. That has spoke to everybody, I believe. Offended everybody ever in the world.
Excellent. So you've said the bar's been set low for you again for this week. And more importantly, on a show where Liverpool haven't won afterwards, so that's a good one for you. Yeah.
I'm surprised I was invited. Only here when you win.
On the subject matter, Ped's not here, which would have been quite funny because we're going to discuss Newcastle first up. Now, Newcastle, we said they were properly shit 2 weeks ago. Since then, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Spurs. Newcastle, Baz, as much as you don't like them, they're all right, aren't they?
They're all right. Yeah. Bounce. Well, you said they beat Liverpool like it was a big thing, but to be fair, the Wally with the Brolly's done okay, and they've bounced back quite well, haven't they? Two massive results, obviously two results that most people wouldn't have picked. I don't think certainly a fortnight ago. So
you had a bold prediction, though, didn't you, a couple of weeks ago?
Well, it did, yeah, but
that's just out of spite.
No, it was just because Liverpool aren't as good away as they are. No, it was just that Newcastle had to win sometime. That was why it was a bold prediction. But they've done well. And that's what they've got on the day, haven't they? When Alden, when he plays well, they've invariably played well. So
it's crazy, isn't it? Because we were, again, it's Newcastle all over, isn't it? You don't know what to get from them anymore. Just when you think that's it, they're done, they're going to limp their way out of the league again or whatever, they turn up. They shouldn't be underestimated. They're two fantastic results they've put.
They've got quality players. You know what I mean? If who you just mentioned there, Sissoko, they've got Jose Perez. Yeah. These are guys that would get into any of the top Premier League teams for me. Mitrovic up front. I mean, so they've got some very, very good players, and I like Newcastle. I want them to do well. I know the Everton mob, they seem to hate on Newcastle all the time. I don't know why, but I mean, they.
I think it's been pretty well documented by this point.
Didn't Ped discuss this the other week?
They are a big club. They are even though they haven't won nothing for a long time.
Can I just
they are a big club.
For one last final time, what was the analogy you used to try and explain it to Robbie before? What team did you use to compare it with?
I just said, I can't remember.
Southend?
Or Millwall.
Yeah.
They're not a Southend or a Millwall. They are a big. They're a big club. They're a big club, and I think that they have got some quality players at the moment, and they shouldn't be where they are in the table. They should have been performing better than what they have done so far. And I mean, I was surprised at the two results. I didn't think they beat Liverpool. I didn't think they beat Spurs away.
Having beaten us, I should have thought. They've got a chance of getting it. But I actually kind of felt maybe it's an aberration. It would be more in hope than expectation, them getting something against Spurs. But look, they turned up, they did it. I'm not quite sure how, but
they played well.
Yeah, well, they turned it on, didn't they, when they needed to?
A sign of the times of the Premiership. Anyone can beat anyone these days, And obviously Newcastle have had those two wins, and they've got Villa. Is it next?
That's a great question. Newcastle fans.
But anyway, you say sign of the times of the Premier League, right? Mm-hmm. But if you actually look at the players that Newcastle have got, let's look at it like player for player compared to Spurs. They've got just as good players as Spurs for me.
Have they?
Yes, they have. Sissoko is as good as any player in that midfield at Spurs.
Okay. You know what, Robbie?
No,
I'm not having that.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, I think...
I know you don't like Spurs.
No, listen, it's not...
Robbie's got a point to a certain extent.
I think that Wijnaldum is as good as any player that is at Spurs.
Yeah, but what you're saying is, I think Newcastle have individual players who are good, very good players. Yeah. But consistently?
No, listen, they haven't been playing consistently well as a team. But what I'm saying is, if you look at individual players in Newcastle's team, they are as good as you know, most of the players a
Anyone,
lot
have they got
of
anyone
them
in
could
the
get
league in defence.
maybe not in defence,
Goalkeeper.
but
Is the goalkeeper is
Lot
even
of the
cruel when he's
goalkeeper
well,
he's
the
good at Lloris?
mistake that Lloris made yesterday. I mean, you know, and he's made a couple this season. Lloris, he's made a couple of mistakes. But yeah, their keeper's not. But if when they've got their normal keeper and he's fit, he is, you know, not as good as Lloris, but he's towards that level.
So you said,
He's an international keeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I'm saying, and
He
as
only
I
plays
said,
the penalties, doesn't he?
guys like Sissoko, for me, would get into Spurs' team.
Sissoko, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Right,
Probably because he's a
Well,
midfielder.
There's a couple of players. See, I'd never ever.
Jose Perez,
No.
right? Janmat to me is as good as
fine,
anything.
man, they're good players,
So I just feel that, you know, we shouldn't be shocked by this result because they have got good players.
Let's ask people at home. Simple fact. Head to head, do you agree with Robbie?
All my Arsenal fans out there, help me out.
Have you recently suffered a head injury?
Put in Sanchez in the
He banged his head on the way in before, to be fair. He did.
I think you lot. Listen, we know that Newcastle have been playing really badly this season, but they've got some very good individual players. If they start playing well as a team, they should be. They should not be where they are. They should be doing all right.
All I will say is that with Newcastle, like Wijnaldum, has started off quite well, but I never. It's December, so you know, I never do. Miss you should tell you.
But do you think he's a very good player?
He looks like a good player. I'll tell you next year. I'm not one of these people that jumps in when someone has 6 good weeks and all of a sudden they're the best. Perez couldn't score. I won't say where he couldn't score. He's got about 3 goals.
Not for me. You don't rate him.
Good.
I think he's a
In a
good player.
brothel.
As with a £20 note and a bottle of brown ale. Sissoko I like. I do like Sissoko. I think he's excellent. Tim Krul, the keeper, when he's fit, is a good goalie. But the fact is Tim Krul's out for the season. So forget him for the start. Newcastle.
Saying that, Elliot was actually excellent.
He's a decent keeper, but if I'm not in any universe
not as good as
at the
Mitrovic.
moment.
Mitrovic?
No. What about him?
Better than
Harry Kane?
No, he's not better than Harry Kane.
But
So
you just
then
said
again,
that
there's another-
most the better players.
But then
play.
the guy Son, is it Son? Is he any better? Is he better than Mitrovic?
But he
I'd
doesn't
say
get
no.
it either, does he? He only suffers Spurs,
That
really.
he was playing on the weekend.
Yeah,
Is
but-
he better than Mitrovic?
Well, hang on. Think he's played for you, but in the past, Jenkinson, who's on loan at West. You can't bring random players in and go,
No,
is
but
he better?
because we're talking about
How
the
many
players.
Newcastle... Yeah, then. How many...
Sissoko would get into Everton's team
Would he? Where?
in the
If he
midfield.
can play on the left... Stop it! Take it back. I'm done. I'm literally... Because I was just going to say to you, how many Newcastle... And this isn't
Arsenal
being
were interested in Sissoko.
This isn't being disrespectful to Newcastle. How many Newcastle players would get in the Arsenal team?
Arsenal were interested in Sissoko.
For what?
So, 1.
I've just said I like Sissoko. He's good, he's powerful, running with the ball, but fitting into 18, would he get in the Everton squad? Of course he would. Would he get into Everton's best 11?
He's better than
Not
Aruna
a
Kone.
chance. He's better. I'm not being funny. We are all better than Aruna Kone. So, we're not. You know, I'm saying to you, talking about players for teams. Of course you take Sissoko. Of course you take.
Would you have Sissoko in Liverpool's team? Would you have him in your midfield? Is Sissoko better than, say, I don't know, Joe Allen? Is Sissoko?
Joel doesn't get a Liverpool's team.
All right, is Sissoko as good as Henderson?
Is
he better than Henderson?
Henderson's better than Sissoko.
Henderson.
Why?
better.
Why do you
I
think
don't know.
Henderson's better than Sissoko? I don't know. I'd rather have Sissoko.
Well, good on
I think he does more.
Sissoko, and this sounds like a Sissoko off, and it's not. Sissoko's good. He's a very good
I
footballer.
understand that
saying.
you just like to
Sissoko
acquire
could-
attacking midfielders.
Yeah.
But
We're talking
like
about team.
sometimes we just want to build a team. Yeah.
Would Sissoko do a good job in Man United's team? In your midfield currently?
Robbie,
At the minute-
you do a
No,
good job
this
in
is the
Man
point.
United.
Listen, I'm not, all right, listen, maybe I'm not saying he's better than
I
Henderson.
feel like you didn't want to know the answer to that question there.
I'm not, listen, with Henderson, you're going to have your favourites for your club, but I'm saying that he's good enough
Is he
to
better
get
than
into...
Ramsey?
He's good... I'm not saying he's better than Ramsey, but
he
I'm
better
saying
than-
that
I'm asking
Sissoko would
You
not...
can ask the question.
Maybe this should be what I'm saying. Sissoko would not be out of place in any of our teams.
And every
Okay,
one of us in
that's
this
fair.
room agrees.
Yeah, we agree with that. That's fair.
Never been for debate.
But
It's
you
not
did
just I'm saying.
say, you did say earlier on, they were as good as Spurs.
First 11 or squad.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
First 11 or squad.
I'm
Starting
saying,
11 or squad.
what I'm saying is,
there's no such
there's
thing as a
several,
starting 11 these
there's
days
many
anyway.
players
Yeah.
in that Newcastle team
No,
that,
but if
would
you've
not,
got all your players
that could
fit-
get into Tottenham's team. that they could get
I
in there.
think
And that is
that
what I was saying. That's why we shouldn't be...
I'm pretty sure you said that Newcastle's team was as good as Spurs' team. I'm pretty sure that's
This is
what
on
you said.
camera,
They're
so
not-
we can actually get to it.
Can we have an actual replay, please?
Just to
We have
qualify.
video technology for the studio, don't we?
What we said earlier, just rewind it back.
Well, hold on, they have beaten Spurs, haven't they?
Yeah, it's true.
I think, look, I think...
Listen, whoa. If Spurs beat yous, would you say Spurs were a better team than
They
yous?
didn't beat us, huh?
But if they did, Robbie...
Well, they haven't, did they?
Yeah, but if they did... I know it's hard to use your imagination in this
Spurs
regard.
will never be better than Arsenal. It's as simple as that. But, you know...
Well, that's definitive.
Yeah.
That is
You
absolutely
heard it here, guys,
definitive.
from Robbie.
So Newcastle, the point is, in generally speaking, Newcastle, and I have to say, I have to give them credit because I thought they were going to be dreadful when we played against them and they were pretty good. I thought Spurs were going to do them. They've done it.
You wrote them off,
They need
didn't
to, yeah, exactly. No, and I don't think I was unfair to write them off. To be fair, I don't think the manager's great, and I don't think as a squad, I don't think they've got. I don't think their best players are as good as the best players in teams that they should have ambitions to be around. You know what I mean? Like in terms of the top,
Not all of them,
the
no.
top 10 of the Premier League, the best players. You look at the best players in those sides. I think Newcastle, maybe the best players are comparable, but the rest of the team, I don't know. That's my feeling on it anyway. But like I say, I do apologise to Newcastle fans watching. I'm eating some massive humble.
Danny Ings better than
Newcastle
Mitrovic?
Humble what?
Danny Ings better than Mitrovic,
Absolutely.
is he?
I mean, again, it's a moot point because he's out for the season, like. But so I'd rather have
He's been here
Mitrovic.
for about 4 weeks, hasn't he?
Exactly.
I think the thing with Newcastle
I'm being a
is
bit
just, they were
mischievous.
good against Chelsea at St James's Park, so they've got the players and the capability on the day. The thing that's let Newcastle down is
But
any
just to
kind
take
of
it back to what we were
Consistency,
talking about
yeah.
Newcastle 2 weeks ago, is that fundamentally that club still needs sorting out from the top
yeah,
down.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a house built on sand. They can put results together, they can do whatever. But are Newcastle going to challenge for the top four without a proper infrastructure in place and without a top quality
You need
manager?
some
Don't
Newcastle
think so.
fans in the boardroom there, mate. That's
Yeah,
what they need.
absolutely,
Someone
yeah.
who cares about the club.
Stripes
Bad
painted
ownership.
on the chests.
Well, whatever. Well, that's not being funny, mate, but you could
Spurs
probably
fan-
take 10 from the Gallagate end and he'd run the club better.
Spurs
That's
fan
me,
running
but
the
I'll
club,
tell you.
isn't it?
Absolutely spot on, yeah. Okay, we're wrapped up there on that one. Still to come, totally, again, conclusive. 100% conclusive on Newcastle. Interested to know your thoughts, though. Do you think that Newcastle are as good as Spurs?
I never said that.
Be interested to know when Robbie
Pretty
did
sure
say
he
that.
said better
or not.
than Spurs.
The better than
Rewind.
Spurs.
I said
let
there's
us
players
know.
good enough to get in the team.
Which of Newcastle's
Oh, he's
players
backtracking now.
is Fabio Colaccini better than Jan Vertonghen? Let us know in the comments below. Is
I love the way you
Chancel
twist it
and
up.
Bemba better than a player that you've heard
Is
of?
Jason Trummer better than Carl Walker?
Yeah.
Or-
Is Jack Colbach better than Christian Eriksen?
All right, you want me to get slaughtered in the comments? Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Do your worst, guys.
I don't even think the Arsenal fans are going to help you out. on the-
All of a sudden, Arsenal fans distancing themselves from this video.
Rob, you did have a Tottenham shirt on, I believe.
That's the one.
Listen, video last week.
Listen.
That's how
Don't even start
we
that.
take we take full credit for that picture of Robbie in
You
the
know, you
Spurs
know,
shirt.
trust me.
Anyway, still to come on the show, we're asking is time up for Louis van Gaal with Ira. That should be interesting. Is Olivier Giroud world class? Arsenal fans, you can get involved on that one with pride. The Champions League and Europa League draw, we're going to discuss where the English teams stand within that. And lastly, because Barry basically wants to just nail Liverpool and Jurgen, was Klopp right to get the players to salute the cop as well? So tune in for the rest of the show. Give this one a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Do it now. Do it now. Thanks. And we'll see you there. Ta-ra.